Hi, Taurus. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus. If you have Taurus anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, let's talk a little bit about how I operate these readings, or how these readings work. When doing these readings, we do take into consideration the location of the moon, the location of the sun, and also the location of other planets and how they will be affecting your sign. And then we pair that all together with the tarot to really get a good sense of your energy and things that you may be experiencing at this time. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, this week, the moon will be in the last quarter phase in Virgo. Virgo will have everyone feeling a little bit disorganized. And these thoughts and these feelings of disorganization are really sent to us to help us learn to trust. Trust that not everything is meant to go according to our plans. And the Spirit is really asking us to take time this week to celebrate how far that we have come and what we have been able to achieve. And so while we may not have been able to achieve everything according to our plans, we have been able to achieve things the way that they are meant to be for our greater good. I will post a simple little gratitude ritual in the description box. Do check that description box out. And the foundation, the basis of your reading is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, I like to say that the Knight of Pentacles is the learning self-gratitude card. And why I say that, if we look closer at that knight, we can see that he has the pentacle there, but he's looking past that. He's looking beyond that. And while he does see it, and he's being careful with it, he's not appreciating that. And that is forced by the Four of Swords, thinking, contemplating, maybe again, and overthinking and focusing on the things that have gone wrong, or the things that we have not achieved, only creates more of the same. It is only when we can focus and put our energy into what is successful that more success will come to us. And let's see how that plays out into the rest of your reading, Taurus. Wow, I wasn't expecting that, but let's see how. And we start off with passion. We start off with fire. And this is the gift of passion, the gift of fire. The gift of passion, the gift of fire. The Wheel of Fortune. Change is going to happen whether we like change to happen or not. And now we see the Queen of Pentacles. And if we look closer at that Queen of Pentacles, she is practicing deep appreciation for that Pentacles, deep appreciation for what it is that she does have. And it's followed by the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords really sits soundly and firmly on her throne. She has cut the ties with things that she perceived as holding her back, holding her down. She has earned her right to sit on her throne. Things, thank you, Spirit. Taurus, when things are going well, or when things are going as we have planned them to go, or when we are happy in a situation, we have a tendency to want to make changes. This is not the time to make any big changes or to make any big moves. This is the time to appreciate where we are and what it is that we have achieved. And so I do see that there is something that you are passionate about. There's a change or a move that you're wanting to make. And you're feeling driven to make this change. But we see the wheel spinning here. And then we see the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. And so when the wheel is spinning like that for you, Taurus, you are the one that is going to be able to determine the outcome of this situation. And there is big changes coming for you. There are promotions, and there is the recognition coming for you that you would like or that you've been waiting on. But they are on the horizon. And if you make the wrong step or the wrong move or the wrong change at this time, it will prolong the promotion and recognition. And it's almost like Spirit is saying the promotion, the recognition, what it is that you would like, what it is that you're wanting to achieve, what it is that you're wanting to manifest is coming. And it's going to require you to be patient. That making sudden changes, making big moves now will only prolong what it is that you're wanting to achieve. It's going to prolong the promotion or the recognition that you're looking for. Oh, you know what? And I almost, again, forgot. Was this like 2 weeks in a row that I've almost forgot about those intuition cards, about those ESP cards? Let's do a quick shuffle here for you, Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. And so if this is your first time tuning in, the sign of Taurus and I have been working on building our intuition, really working on our psychic, our intuitive ability. So I have purchased these ESP decks. I do have, I'll list that in the description box, but that's not what is important. What is important is that we try to connect. And so in an attempt to build our abilities and to work on our abilities, I will select one of these cards Oh, and I will look at that card and I will think, and I'm sending that image to you, Taurus. And if at any time during this reading you believe you know what this card is, do write it in the comment box if you feel comfortable. If not, that's okay. Just wait towards the end of this reading, and at the end of this reading I will reveal this card. And let's see and let's practice connecting. Some weeks we will get it and some weeks we will not, and that is perfectly fine. It is with anything. It's about the practice and about setting our intentions. And so I'm just going to send that image out to you. Thank you, Spirit. And then we'll move into your private life, your home life, and the appreciation of the harvest. And this really has been coming out in a lot of readings this week. And I do think that it is part of the energy of the collective. As we start to come towards the end of the year and start for the new year, it's really about taking the time to appreciate how far we have come and what we have achieved through this year, and taking that positive energy into 2024. And here we have the Queen of Cups. Again, it's about appreciation, about gratitude, and also those things about ourselves that we do not appreciate. And the spiritual part of ourselves that we do not always acknowledge or appreciate. The Five of Pentacles. The fairness. Perhaps there is a perceived unfairness, a perceived lack. Something is seeming unfair to you, out of balance. When you are looking back, there's a focus on lack. The only thing that you can see is lack. The only thing that you can see is want. And an unfairness, or you're experiencing a lack and an unfairness. Thinking. Perhaps, Taurus, maybe you've been doing a little bit of overthinking in your home life, in your private life, overthinking with your situation, overthinking about family and close friends, and overthinking about your living situation. And overthinking is a tricky thing to get out of. I know I am terrible when I start to overthink and I get an idea in my head. Sometimes it is very difficult, very hard for me to move past that. But again, practicing gratitude and really looking at the things that are going the way that I would like really does help me stay out of that mode of overthinking. You have a very distinct need, a very distinct want at this time to have things change, to have things go your way. And Taurus, it is up to you to let those closest to you know what those changes are, what your needs are. And it is time to put into words and give voice to any and all unspoken rules that have been governing your relationships. And so I do believe that there's some very distinct unspoken rules or unspoken mores that have been affecting or holding back the changes that you are wanting or needing to make in your private life. And they are hinging, or they are waiting on you and your ability to speak into or give voice to those. And so not everyone has the same abilities. Not everyone has the same skill set as you. And again, that does go back to your psychic abilities. That does go into your inner knowledge, your inner wisdom, your inner knowing, your passion, what it is that you are passionate about. Not everyone has that. And not everyone that is in your life at this time is aware of that, and they will only become aware of that. They will only know what it is. They will only become aware of that when you give that voice, that you give that a voice, and you put that into words, and you share that with those that are surrounding you. That is the hindrance. That is the disorganization. Is asking for you to share that, to put that into words. Others can't give you what you want unless you ask for it. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, putting in the work, putting in the time. You've really been through a time, a stressful time, a time of both physical and emotional stress, emotional strain, emotional work, really putting your time and energy into something. And now it is time for you to show off. And you have the work, you have the physical, you have the emotional, you have the spiritual, just being spiritually spent. But Spirit is bringing you in the gift. Spirit is bringing you in the gift of strength, knowledge, and wisdom. Why is that? You know, Taurus, freedom and loyalty are often viewed as two separate things. But when we are in when we are in the right mindset, when we are with the correct person, or when we surround ourselves by our people, we can have both. We can have the freedom and we can have the loyalty. True love allows us to be who we are. And true love encourages us to be who we generally are and follow our inner light, to follow our inner guide. And that is what the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords is letting you know here, that this is something that is coming from within you. And it's about opening up and sharing and being genuine and true to yourself. True love starts from within us. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Taurus. And Taurus, one last, did you pick the cross or maybe the X? So that's kind of a mixed card. So it can be the cross or it can be the X. If we were able to connect this week, I'm so happy that we were able to connect. If not, we can always try again next week. It is about the practice. It's not about perfection, it's about practice. Thank you, Taurus. You have a blessed week.